Hello everyone, today we're going to be going over using an agent node inside of the Triggerfy workflow feature. First of all, when you go to the workflows, you'll see that there are three different types of agents that you can use. Sentiment agent, this is a custom trained agent by us, which basically qualifies whether the post is positive, negative, or neutral based on the prompt that you're giving it. Therefore, you could say, hey, is my company XYZ being mentioned positive or negative? And that's where you would use that agent. Copywriter, this is where we've trained it on how to write good copy for things like email, LinkedIn, so on and so on. But of course, you could just use a generic agent which will follow your system instructions that you give it. This is more of an all-round agent, giving you the ability to customize everything down to the granular detail. Now, I've already done a video on how you can go ahead and add your own API key in there, which would avoid using credits. So go ahead and check that video out inside of the tutorial playlist that we have. But for today, I'm going to focus on how you can get maximum value from using an agent node. The first thing to cover is the output format. The output format specifically focuses on how do you want the agent to reply to you? Do you want it to be via text? Do you want it to be number orientated, Boolean, so that would be like a true or false, or give you a URL as an output? A model is pretty self-explanatory. Inside of here, you can use something such as, you can type in like something like 4.6, so you can pull all the new kind of Anthropic models back. And then you can also do, I think it's like 5.1 codex and all of the different models within GPT as well for things that you're wanting to do there as well. I won't do a video quite yet on this, but it's important to work out which model would be best for the tasks that you're looking to achieve. My recommendation is typically to go for Sonnet 4.6, as that's the best all-round model. So on to the prompt. Now, the first thing that I want to mention with prompts is you need to be incredibly explicit. The prompts should never be overly long and very clear and direct and to the point. And where possible, providing example outputs that you would want the agent to follow. With agents, there is a level of iteration that you will have to do. And what I mean by that is you'll add in a prompt and then you may want to test it, see the output, and then refine the prompt accordingly. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to use 4.6 Sonnet model here. And we have a person enrichment step. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to research whether this company is a SaaS company. Let's maybe just go with that. So first thing I'm going to do is say, using the internet, I want you to look up this company. And then I'm going to add in the domain here from the person enrichment. And let me know if this company is a SaaS company. Give me true if it is, and false if not. And so now I've done that, I'm going to go ahead to Boolean and hit add to workflow. So just highlighting a few things here. First of all, I said I wanted to use the internet, which means it's going to go ahead and search the internet. If you didn't, it would use its own knowledge, and its own knowledge is sometimes outdated. I gave it the variable of the company name, and I was very specific on the output that I wanted it to have. So I can go ahead now and test that flow. And what's going to happen is it's going to run the flow. It's going to enrich the information from that individual. And then it's going to go ahead and use the agent step and give me a true or false based on if that company is a SaaS company or not. Now, what I then could do while that's running, I then could go ahead and add some further research. So again, I'm going to go ahead and use 4.6. And here I'm going to then say, run some research, again, using the internet on this company. And I'm going to give it the domain plus here is the company description. So I'm going to feed it the description. In your own words, under 50, let me know how they could leverage a tool like Triggerfy.io. My company. Maybe I want to say, give me 3 use cases. So give me 3 use cases on social signals they could use here, right? And any more context that I would want to provide it, now is the time. And do you know what? I might actually just say to 100 words, right? And then you could set up a really cool Slack notification out of the back end of this. So here's that one that just ran. Let me just test this one to run in the background now. So we had the agent step that ran. We had this person here. We can see the company description, everything like that. And then we have the agent step here. And it said true. So this company is a SaaS company that's come in here, upmyinfluence.com. Sounds like it, to be fair. And so what I might want to do just for best practices here is I'm just going to go ahead and rename this to be like SaaS lookup agent. So if you're stringing multiple agents together, you kind of want to know which each one is doing. And here I'm going to do like use case agent, right? So that's now then finding, use cases on how they could use us for Triggerfy. So now what's happening on the one that's just ran is all agents have run. And here we go. So let's see what it said. So based on my knowledge on both companies, here are 3 ways Up My Influence could leverage Triggerfy.io. Podcast guest prospecting. Track social signals when B2B founders or executives post about visibility, lead generation, thought leadership. These are warm, intent-rich prospects perfectly aligned for their podcast guest pipeline. That's pretty cool. Sales pipeline trigger alerts. Monitor signals like job changes, funding announcement, engagement spikes among high-ticket B2B decision makers. Again, that's cool. And then joint venture partner identification. Identify influencers or business owners actively engaging with content around B2B growth and partnerships, signaling readiness to join, signaling readiness for the joint venture model Up My Influence specializes in. So there we go. So now I maybe want to go use these in some level of outreach to this particular individual. But that should give you a great gist on how you can use agents using things like the person enrichment node and whatever else that you would want to factor in to that.